Today we're gonna do a fun, kind of easy glam look for holiday. I thought it would just be fun to play with some products I haven't really shown on camera very much. Also, if you love my earrings, I love them too. They're so thin and like, I can't even feel them. Like I forget that I have earrings in. They're so lightweight and they're so thin. I love them so much. I'm kind of over like the really big chunky earrings and I think these are so cute. If you want to check them out, I'll link them below. They're like my favorite earrings now. Anyway, I have a fun like Lorac palette that I got off Amazon and I think this would be really fun to try out. So I want to try this. I have some stuff like Urban Decay blush, bronzer, and things that I just haven't really shown yet. And so let's just get into it. Let's do some fun glam makeup. I'm going to start with this is the Estee Lauder Futurist Hydra Rescue Foundation. I love this a lot. I really haven't shown it. It's really, really lightweight. Just really thin and like watery, but it blends in really nice. I think it just gives really good coverage. If you like more of kind of a watery consistency foundation, this one is really good. I'm just gonna blend it with just a typical foundation brush, but you don't really need a ton. You can see just like how much that spreads. It's really nice. Love this foundation. This is in the shade 2C3 Fresco. And I just haven't really talked about this, but it is really, really a good foundation. I really like the tone of it too. It's not too yellow. It's not too like warm. It's a really good cool tone color, I think. I love my cool tones. It's kind of that foundation where I can just like barely touch it with my brush and it just blends in, you know, you don't have to like sit there and like pat your face a million times. It just sort of like rubs right in. I bet you could just use your fingers to blend this in as well. And it would actually work really well. I think it's just because it's so watery, just the consistency is really watery and lightweight. So it's really easy to blend in. It's just not heavy at all. You can see how pretty that is. I do have oily skin, so I do need to set this, but it still looks gorgeous all day. At the end of the day, my skin always looks really good still when I have this on. So this is a really good product. Love, love that one. For concealer, I just got my typical Tarte Creamy Concealer. I've been using this quite a bit. I really like it. This shade is just a little bit light though. I'm wanting kind of a darker one. The formula is really good. I've talked about this before, but I love creamy concealers. I feel like they just blend a lot better and they just kind of wear better on my oily skin. So creamy is my way to go. And guess what? I got some new brushes. These are from Amazon. Let me just show you. I got this one. I don't really know totally how to work with these, but I'm just gonna try. I think this is kind of a concealer one. Really, really like the thick feel of those. And then I got this dual one. And I think this is good for like contour. Maybe that's a good blush one. So this one was like $3. This one was like $5. And look how good quality, they're very good quality. I'll link these below too. I'm really, really happy with these. I threw away my other bronzer brush because I was like, I'm done with it. And some of my other ones too. You just get to a place where you need new brushes. So I think these are really great options for, super cheap. So with my concealer, I think I'll use the shorter one and see if I can, I have a little hair sticking out of it. See if I can just kind of blend. I think this is similar to like the e.l.f. Duo brush where you just kind of blend it in like this and then you get the bigger side and then you really can spread it a little better and it really sinks in with that one. That works pretty well. I think what I'm trying to say is this smaller one, you can spread it and then the bigger one kind of blends it. But they're really, really thick, which I really like, especially for concealer. That worked really nice. Really good. Really good coverage too. I'm going to cover my red nose with my Essence 16-Hour Powder Foundation. I just do this. I've talked about this a lot. One of the other ones I love is the Physicians Formula Powder. I ran out of that, and so I switched to this, and this works just as well. This shade is just a little bit dark, honestly, but it covers the red nose, and that's what matters, definitely. This is in shade Soft Tan, so it's just a little bit dark. I kind of go over it with some other stuff too, and it evens out, but I just use it to cover that redness on my nose. And I do it when my foundation's wet, so it really sticks to it. That's my trick. And then for powder, I just have my Wet n Wild pink powder. I actually ordered a translucent shade in this just recently, and I'm excited to get that because I'm just getting a little bit over the pink. I talked about that too, that I just sort of want just a translucent one just to kind of compare and see, because I can see the pink a little bit when I put that on. And I don't know, I kind of want more neutral now, just kind of over the pink powders. So I'm excited to get my translucent one, and I'll show that in a future video. I'm just gonna set my whole face with this one. That foundation is so pretty, but it is really glowy. So if you're oily, you really wanna set it. But once you set it, it's good, like all day. It's really, really nice. I just realized I totally wanted to do eyes first, and I totally forgot about that. But we'll just have to be careful and make sure I don't get it too crazy. I wanted to do eyes first though and kind of wipe the sides and make it really sharp. We'll have to forego that because I forgot about that. So we'll just be careful. So I got the foundation, I got the concealer on. I think it looks really good. Next I'll do brows. This is a fun part about having no eyebrows and having to fill them in. You can kind of change the color that you do them. And so this one today, I know you can't get this powder, but I'm gonna link one that's really similar that you can use. And this is just a basic eyebrow powder. This one is just a little more red. You can see it's called Walnut. This is by KBD Beauty, but I don't think they make these anymore. Just the tint of red, I feel like it kind of matches my shirt a little bit, if you can see, and I kind of like that. Like I like to match my eyebrows even with my makeup and what I'm wearing, and it's kind of fun to just sort of change it up. I think it looks fine, you know, like I have dark hair, so either way they're dark. Just the slight undertone, I think is kind of fun to just mix up. And I use like this one, I use like just a basic brown, and then I have a gray. So kind of just depending on the color of my makeup too, I like to change that up. I'll fill in my brows real quick and then we'll be right back. I have the song Golden in my head. If you have kids, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and it's driving me crazy. These songs do not leave my head, and I'm done with them. I don't want to hear it anymore, but it's always played, and it's just like repeating in my head, and it will not get out of my head. You know what I'm talking about if you have kids and you hear the word golden, you know. So let's move on to eyes. So I have this really fun Lorac. This is their new holiday palette. I just got this on Amazon. I actually got it on sale. It was like 13 bucks, and I'm like, I want to try that. It's actually a little bit littler than I thought, but we're gonna try it. It comes with a eye primer, which is really big. This is actually a really big tube. So I'll put that on too, and we'll see how that works. But then the palette, just a little baby one, but look how cute. Well, there you go. Really pretty shades though. I mean, honestly, this is perfect for smoky eye. You really don't need anything more, but we're gonna test this out and just see what they're like. I'm kind of excited. Let's do the mirror. I can grab the little thing. Sorry, you can't really see, my hand's in the way. Baby mirror. Let's try this. So let's start with a primer. This is a really big tube. I'm really surprised. They should have switched these a little and did the eyeshadow palette a little bit bigger and the tube smaller, but oh well. I'll put a little bit of this on. I usually don't do eyelid primer, eyeshadow primer. I don't know why. I feel like I already put concealer on, and I just don't feel like I need more stuff on my eyelids. I feel like the concealer and the powder kind of hold things good enough, but we'll try it for today. I always feel like I need to powder over it too before I put eyeshadow on, but I know the point of it is to get the eyeshadow to stick to it, but I just kind of feel like it's weird. It looks weird. It kind of feels a little tacky. I'm like, is my eyeshadow gonna blend? There we go. We got that on. I think it will. It feels good. It feels like it will be good for the eyeshadow, but sometimes I just get a little nervous and I typically just don't wear it. I'm gonna start with this one right here, and we're just gonna go in the crease and start to just blend it out and see how pigmented this is. I have no clue. I haven't used Lorac in a long time. I used to love their unzipped palettes, but it's been a very long time. That's a really pretty crease shade. I think that's just such a nice, I've talked about cleanup shade, just really good starter shade. It's not that pigmented. I mean, it's not that deep at all. It is pigmented, but it's just a really good color. That looks nice. I like that. I'm gonna build it a little bit more. I've really enjoyed doing my eyeshadow lower. I've been talking about that too. I really like it lower and kind of drawn out a little bit than up high. And I may try that today, but we'll see. Maybe I'll do kind of a combo of both. I want to show you what this looks like, but I do like to keep it low. And with this, I'm starting to draw it outward too. I used to be really scared to do this, and I used to stop right at the eyebrow, and I'm like, no, can't go any further. But I'm actually liking just kind of being really messy and drawing it out. I feel like it just looks pretty. It just brings more emphasis to the eyes, especially a shade like this. You can totally do it with, and you can get away with it. You know, it's not going to mess up anything. Let's get really crazy real quick and start with this black. And I just have this little teeny brush, and I'm going to just start to line on the outside I don't know, really have a plan here. I'm just playing just to see kind of what this looks like. That black is nice. It's not like too black, but it's deep enough that it creates some kind of depth there. Kind of like that about it. We'll build that black again too, but let's try another shade. So I think I'm gonna try this brown. Well, let's see. Let's try this one. Let's just dive in. Let's try this silver this kind of silver gray. And I'm thinking maybe with like a more flat brush, but a little bit bigger. Let's just see. Typically I only use finger with shimmers like this. Just wanna see what this brush does with it. It's definitely more glitter than pigment, which I wish there was a little more pigment in it. And I'm thinking maybe the point of this palette is really you do this, and then you just put one of these on the lid, and that's kind of it. And that may be the reason why that's all the mattes we have. So maybe that's what we should stick to. So let's try this one. This is a more brown one. I should show you closer, sorry. And I'm just gonna use my finger and let's see. I mean, that's a really pretty color. Look how pretty and shiny that is. Let's just put it right on the outside. Oh yeah, oh, there we go. I just need to trust what I already know. Finger with shadow and shades like this and shimmer is the best. That is so pretty. I love that. Yeah, that's way better than using the brush. That's such a pretty color where it's not too glittery and like it's really shiny, but it's not like glitter chunks. I really haven't seen a shade like this in a long time. That is really pretty. I'm really impressed with this. So I think as we go inward, we'll just go a little bit lighter. So maybe let's try this one, this lightest. This is like a champagne color. This one's a little more sheer and a little more, I don't know, it's harder to see that one. Wonder if I got these wet, if they would be any better. That one looks totally just like a topper. Like it doesn't even give any pigment. It's just a little bit of glitter right there. Really not seeing that one much. I mean, it's still pretty, but it feels like I gotta build it a lot, you know? It's just not like, it's not showing. You can just, I mean, I don't know if you can even see that. It's just a little bit thin. And maybe it is, like I said, just a topper and it's just supposed to go over one of these mattes. I do love this one down here though. That one is really pretty and it feels more creamy too. I can definitely tell it's quite different, you know, than this other one. I mean, it's gorgeous though. These are really pretty shadows. I think it's just the application probably. I'm gonna go back in this black and I'm gonna use just a little bit of a bigger brush. Let's see if I can get something that's still not too scary. Maybe I'll use this flat one and we'll just add a little bit of it on the outside. I like to create the depth right there and then just bring it up a little bit, but we're not going too high. Just the depth right there on the outside. Some people do eyeshadow so pretty and they do it up to like the eyebrow. Emily Noel is one that I love and I think she does her eyeshadow really pretty where she creates a really pretty shape. I just don't do that a lot with my eyes, maybe because I'm more hooded. But I like mine lower and I like mine outward a little bit more. And it's just interesting how we just have different tastes in like eyeshadow shape, you know, on our all different eyes. I think for me, I like it more drawn out, a little bit lower, just kind of more defined like that. I don't know if define's the right word, but a little more sculpted. But she does such a good shape on hers. You know, they both look good, I think. That's looking good. I really like this black. It's not too scary to work with. It's just kind of an easy one to work with. And I think it's pretty. So I'm gonna go back in the light one and just kind of clean up around here and blend some of that to make sure we're keeping that pretty low. And then just maybe draw it out just a little bit. And then we're just gonna go underneath on the bottom. I'm just gonna get another little small brush, this little teeny one again. And I'm gonna do some of the black, just bring it down about halfway in. I really like that shape. I've shown this before. I used to go all the way in and it just really droops your eye. I think just stopping right at your midpoint of your eye, I think looks the best. And then you're sort of drawing it out right here. So you're kind of creating this and not like a really deep circle all the way under your eye. It's interesting just doing makeup a little bit different. Like I saw myself in a picture yesterday and I thought like, wow, like I look prettier somehow. Like something's different than how I usually look in a picture. And I just noticed it's just something I did different with my makeup. And just that little small change really makes me feel more confident in pictures. It's just something to play around with and see what works best for you. I'm happy with that. I think it looks pretty. I did get this Milani liquid Stay Put matte liner, and I think I'm gonna try just a little bit on the top. Just, oh, this is scary. I don't do liner a lot. I'm trying to do it more. I'm just a little intimidated by it. So I just stamp it on, just barely. That's getting a little messy. I don't know. We'll see if I can do the same on this side. I like to do it thinner as you go in and then thicker as you go out. Like that line is way thicker than I had planned. But I'll just have to do the same on the other side so we match. I just have to stop, or I'm just going to have eyeliner all the way up to my crease. So I just got to stop right there. For mascara, I just have my Maybelline Falsies Lash Lift. I just have this little trial size that I got, and I haven't tried this mascara in a very long time. It's not bad. I think it's working pretty well. I keep seeing transfer from my liner. I got to fix that again. I think that mascara went on pretty well. I'm kind of impressed by that. I haven't tried that in a very long time, but that's a good one. That's a really pretty mascara. I'm gonna just fix this a little bit again. For bronzer, I have the Simi Haze bronzer, and this is in the shade Maple. I really love these. I just took a chance on these one time and I just ordered them. I ordered 2 of them. I actually am so impressed by these. These are the weirdest consistency though. They're not spongy like ColourPop. They're just kind of like really firm. You just dab your finger in it and it gets a lot of product on your finger and you can just dab it. It's just such an interesting consistency, but I really love them. They really work well. They really look pretty, easy to blend, really pretty colors. This is a deeper color, but I'm not scared of it at all because I can just dab it on like this and it will blend out and look really nice. So I'm just gonna put that all around. I always put bronzer right here, right under your chin and then along the jaw. And then let's try one of these this new brush. So I'm gonna try this smaller side. Oh, it is really thick. I'm wondering, kind of want to more just like dab instead of spread. I'm thinking this side is better for probably powder. This might be better for cream to just really blend, you know? This is so thick that with cream, it just sort of doesn't blend it very well. I think the bigger, fluffier side blends cream way better though. That looks really nice. So that might be what I have to remember. I'll just use this thicker, smaller side for more powder and just really contouring. But then when I'm blending out, I think this bigger side works better. Look how nice that looks. I just want to build a little bit more, but I really, really love this shade. I love this formula of this stuff. It's so cool. I never feel like I put too much of this on either. Like, see how dark and deep and scary that looks? But really, we're going to blend it out and it just blends in. Like, it doesn't stay scary, you know? It blends out to be not so scary. I might want to do just a little bit along my nose too. We'll see if I can blend that. Maybe that shorter side will blend better with this nose contour. Let's see if I can just kind of stamp. It's kind of taken away some foundation just a little bit, just because it's so thick. But still, I think it's looking good. It's definitely contouring my nose really well. It really fits right here really well. I like that too. Okay, let's blend the rest of this with the fluffier side. I mean, see how easy it just blends in again. It's like it's almost gone. I think that looks so pretty, so nice. I'm always so tempted to just stop after I do bronzer. I feel like sometimes blush just like is a little too much sometimes on my cheeks. And I love just the look of just bronzer, but I know I need to do a little bit of blush, so we'll do that. But I really do love that look. I think that's really pretty. So I have this Nude Sticks blush. This is a blush stick and this is in Bareback. I really love this one too. This is really subtle shade. That was the brush side. Look how pretty this is. It is just the prettiest shade and it's so subtle. So I'm gonna do just a little bit right there. I've tried that brush before. It's kind of silly. I don't really know how to use this little brush on it. Maybe I'll try again today and just show you. It's a really, really thick, stiff brush. It's just like too little. It's just like I'm just sitting here for 10 years trying to blend it. I don't know. Maybe it's good if like you really want it at like a pinpointed spot like that and you don't want to like blown out blush. You just want it right there. Then it blends it really well. But otherwise, it just takes forever, I feel like. And I'm just like, okay, teeny little brush trying to blend this whole cheek as opposed to like something like this. Now, 5 seconds later, you're blended. I like the bigger brush. This one is okay if you're like traveling and you just need something real quick, but I wouldn't use that every day. Look how pretty that shade is. It's just like the most subtle, gorgeous blush ever. I hope that our makeup products go back to like subtle. I hope that that becomes a trend where we're going into more really subtle makeup and not like, I'm just tired of like the bright pinks and the bright purples, the glitter everywhere. I really love looks like this, just really natural, pretty glam. And I really hope that we have a trend someday where we go back to that. Like this kind of blush is what I'm talking about. This is what I love, where it's just, it's almost like non-detectable, you know, like, you know, it's there and it looks pretty, but it's not like you can tell the exact color it is and you can exactly see where it ends. It just looks really blended and nice. Let's create a trend and go back to that because I would love that. I think that looks so much better. Last for lips, I have my ColourPop liner. This came in a whole pack of them. They're all really pretty nude liners and this is one of them. And this is the shade, I don't know what the shade is. It doesn't say. OBVI. If that's the shade, that's what it is. OBVI. That's all it says on here. It's kind of a mauve shade and it falls out, definitely falls out, but it's worth it because it's so pretty. I like to overline my lips on the bottom, so I'm gonna do that first. You can see how I definitely went out of my lip line, but after you blend it, it really looks nice doing that. It just gives a really pretty shadow more than just like line, you know? I love the shadow. I don't know what the heck is going on upstairs. If you hear a bunch of banging, I don't know what those kids are doing. And then the top, really pretty. Again, kind of blend it and blur it out. I'm not afraid of it going outside of my lip line. I think that looks good still anyway. So just adding some, kind of going back, blending it, blurring it, really makes it stay long term and just, I think it just makes such a pretty shadow. And look at how pretty. Love that lip. And then the lipstick I have is from L'Oreal, and this is the shade 173 Nude Intense. I thought this really went well with what I'm wearing too. It's just this really pretty, again, kind of mauve brown shade. These are really good lipsticks. I really love these. Has a little bit of a pink in it, but I like that kind of with that mauve lip liner. It just brightens the lip just a tad. Pretty, pretty lips. Well, we are done with our natural glam makeup look. I'm still not sure about the eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna just wear it today, kind of see how it goes. I'm not huge on all the glitter. I like a lot more matte, but I think this is a really pretty glam look. You can definitely wear this for holiday. You can wear this for Thanksgiving, for Christmas. I love my shirt that I have on with it. I just think this is like my Thanksgiving shirt. It's just so comfy and cozy, and I love the colors. And I love the earrings with it. I think this looks really good. I'll let you know about the eyeshadow and how it kind of wore. But this is the finished look. Let me know what you think. I hope you have a great day. I gotta run and get ready for church, get these kids ready. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you give it a like if you enjoyed, and please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to grow, so subscribe and join us. Watch for more videos coming up really soon, and I hope you have a great day. I'll see you next time.